No. Nothing personal. It's just you get into a routine of practice that becomes somewhat monotonous, you know, and you kind of say the same things every day. So today was 13. Last 2 days, you know, we've been good. Defensively, we've really progressed. Yesterday, you know, in particular yesterday, it may have had something to do with the weather or something, I don't know, because it was cool, but they were really flying around and, you know, making plays and looked good, had a lot of energy, had a lot of, you know, enthusiasm, and offensively, we didn't match that yesterday. I thought we did a better job of matching that today. You know, so probably the biggest thing is defensively we've really progressed here the last few days. Any in particulars, questions?
Who are some guys on defense that maybe surprised you a little bit, stood out?
I ain't gonna say surprised me. It's just, you know, we got some good players over there. We got some good returning players, and you know, Najee Good's a really good football player. He's smart. He's a leader. He's a senior. He, you know, has really been doing a good job. Keith Tandy obviously has came up with a couple of big picks. You know, in particular that I pointed out to him in the red zone, score zone area where it's pretty much cardinal sin for offensively to turn the ball over in that area. But Gino's thrown 2 picks down there, and both of them were at the hands of Tandy. So he's pretty reliable. You know, you all know what you're getting with him, and you know Bruce is playing. George Wright played really good yesterday. You know, and Terrence Garvin's a guy that's always around the ball. So I think we got some guys there that are pretty good, and we're just filling in the holes. You know, but those guys need to continue to develop a whole bunch of leadership, and the rest of them need to continue to mesh together as a unit.
You finding depth on that side because you're thin, especially defensive front maybe, with at least experienced guys. You finding new depth?
Yeah, you know, we are. I mean, you know, Will Clark comes to mind. You know, he's really playing better. Of course, you can't ask Kurlav because he's not gonna say anything good about any of them. But you know, with Shaq, the big transfer has got a long ways to go, but he's a big body, and you know, Julian's still out. He's still day to day, but he's going to be back, and that will, you know, be another piece of the puzzle that we're missing right now. So, yeah, I mean, we're never as deep as you want to be on the D line, but you know, it's a lot better than it was in the spring.
You mentioned Julian's day to day there. Any new injuries? Any additions, subtractions from that list?
No, nothing I'm aware of. Yeah, John Bassler had, you know, he went to the hospital yesterday. It ended up being a stinger and a concussion, so a lot of precaution that, you know, the training staff and everybody did a good job of making sure that it checked out. And, you know, he's going to be fine. It's just, you know, how concussions are, you got to reevaluate day to day on that stuff. But other than that, everything's about the same.
As an offensive coach, have you gotten a new appreciation or some kind of appreciation for the defense that they play over there, the style, I mean? And
Yeah.
did you come across that at all when you were coordinating in the other league?
Yeah, it's different, you know. You know, I'll be calling plays and cheering for the defense at the same time, which is, you know, you just got you got to balance that, you know. And you know, then a lot of times I'll step away and let Shannon and Jake, you know, call some plays, and I just go get in the huddle, you know. So that is it different, yeah. I used to not care about them whatsoever. Used to try to do everything I could to beat them, but now it's a little different.
What do you learn when you're in the huddle, getting to kind of, I guess, listen to Gino call the plays and figure things out from such a close perspective?
I don't get in that huddle. You know, offensively, I stay as far away as I possibly can because I'd be signaling into him. I don't want him to have the comfort of being able to ask me a question while he's in the huddle. So I stay as far away from the offense as I possibly can. You know, defensively, I get in there because I don't know what the heck they're talking about anyway. They can yell out a call, and I don't have an idea what it is. I don't really care. Just get in there and kind of, you know, mess around with them a little bit, and, you know, kind of give them some encouragement or some crap, whatever I feel like doing. That's just part of getting to know them better. You know, I already know the offensive guy's pretty good, but I don't want to be in that huddle. But defensively, I think it's a little different. Yes, sir.
David, when you say the defense is showing signs of improvement, can you kind of characterize what you mean by that? Is that lack of improved missed assignments? Is that going to the football? What makes that statement?
Energy more than anything, you know. I mean, you got to play. I mean, you got to have a little bit of an edge, right, to be good on defense. And you know, we talked about there was plenty of missed assignments yesterday. You know, Jeff's still talking that they're not running to the ball as much as he wants them to. You know, so he feels like from a schematic standpoint, we haven't got our starters yet, but from a schematic standpoint, they're still making mistakes. From a running to the ball standpoint, you know, they're still not where they want to be. But from an effort and an energy and an excitement level, it was the bar was higher yesterday than I'd seen it. You know, and they admitted it. And I kidded around with them this afternoon about I didn't think they could do it 2 days in a row. And their energy and excitement wasn't as high as it was yesterday. You know, but you're just setting the bar and then you try to keep coaching them to the point to where they do it every day.